welcome to our A2O's Rapid Fire interviews with a host of people that are involved in our dog game from across our section and also across the world. So in case you have not watched any of the previous episodes, they are actually loaded on our Facebook page, the FCI Asia, Africa, Oceania section page, A2O. And how this works is that I ask a series of questions. Most of them are fast questions, quick answers, short answers, yes, no, and so on, as well as some questions that I'll ask our guests to elaborate on. Just for you to get to know them slightly better, to know more a bit about them, and to have to get a bit of their thoughts about some topics that I'll bring up with them. So joining us today is Chua Ming Kok from Singapore. Ming Kok is known to most of you. He's been involved in dog shows as an exhibitor and a breeder for a very long time successfully, and he's also got the unique advantage of being involved in the grooming world, of which he's actually a member of the Grooming Commission of the FCI, which was formed last year. So he's currently the president of the Singapore Kennel Club. So Ming Kok, welcome. Nice to have you with us.
Thank you. Nice to have you as well.
How are you doing?
Thank you for having me.
No problem.
I'm good.
Well, I'll thank you depending on how well this interview goes. If it doesn't go well, I won't be thanking you so much. Anyway,
now I'm feeling afraid of the questions that you might ask.
I'm just going to jump straight into the questions. And as I said, short answers and other things that I want to elaborate on, I'll ask you to elaborate. Yeah? And
all right.
Just keep things moving along and hopefully entertain all our friends that are in different parts of the world, currently stuck here, there, and everywhere. All right, Ming Kok, first question. If you could buy any type of food right now, what would you buy?
In Singapore, they banned bubble tea. So, yeah, bubble tea. But I ordered them online. I ordered the bubble tea ice cream online. So, that's good.
Bubble tea. I don't know what it is about Singapore. Okay, it's not just Singaporeans, but yeah, okay, Malaysians are as crazy about bubble tea. Okay, what's your favorite movie? All-time favorite movie?
Superman.
Superman?
Yeah, Superman.
The original?
The original, of course.
The original.
Christopher Reeves, yeah.
Okay. All right. If you could be any animal besides a dog, what would you be and why?
Koala bear. Because they sleep a lot.
And why would you have to be a koala bear?
They sleep a lot.
All right. Okay. How do you like your steak cooked?
Medium rare.
That's the only way to eat it.
Yeah.
Rare, but there you go. Okay, so this question already, because you've already told me what your favorite movie was, I think I can guess this. So who's your favorite superhero?
Superman.
Superman. Okay, only because he's got kryptonite, right? So.
And I have a lot of red underwear.
That's TMI. We really didn't know that, but all right, now everyone knows. Okay, Ming Kok, what's the best? You're a judge as well. So, what's the best dog, in your opinion, that you have judged so far? That globally or even locally.
Okay,
name of dog, if you know it, breed, and which country it was in.
All right. The dog that comes to my mind immediately is I was judging in Finland, and I was judging Best in Show, and it was this American Cocker. It was raining very hard. It was, I think, -4 degrees, and the dog was wet. It came in. If you judge an American Cocker, all the cold and everything. But it was raining, and it came in. It just took my breath away.
Excellent.
I put my hands on it. I could still very vividly remember how it felt like under my hands. The tight elbows, the lay of shoulders, the angulation on the back, the sloping back, everything.
Do you know the name of the dog? Do you know the name of the dog?
After the show, it was showed by Sana. After the show, it's a dog that was bred by Lauren Pichard.
Yeah.
The dog flies.
Was it the same dog that won at Split? That has that.
Apparently, after I judged Split, I went up to Sana after the show and asked her if it's the same dog that I put up in Finland, and it wasn't.
Okay. Yeah. Well, Laurent has a host of them. Okay. Excellent.
Yeah.
All right, Ming Kok, what FCI grading would you give to Eva Huang?
Excellent.
Okay. What about Vivian Chow?
If there's something higher than excellent.
So then it's obvious that your gossip goes to Vivian.
Well, you know, as a kid, when I was 20s, she was on top of my bed.
Okay. All right, let's move on quickly before this becomes a family show. Okay, Ming Kok, assumption, but were you born in Singapore?
Yes, I was born in Singapore, born and raised here.
So Singaporean. All right. Ice cream or frozen yogurt?
Ice cream.
Ice cream. What breed of dog would you like to own next, and why?
Actually, it's the mini American Shepherd.
Okay, I also have an eye on that one. Yeah, okay, I can see why. Why do you like it?
I mean, it's very suitable for Singapore living conditions. I mean, there's a lot of us in apartments, but you know, with that small breed, how they actually miniaturize it and the movement on that dog, I've actually laid my eyes on it maybe like 10 years ago.
Okay.
And during the last Philippine circuit, I managed to talk in depth with Judith.
Okay.
And understand more about the breed. I also talked to Ludo,
right.
And yeah, that's the next breed I think I'll lay my hands on.
Cool. There'll be no complaints from me. All right, sunrise or sunset?
Sunrise.
Sunrise. So that means you're an early guy. Okay, describe 3 things about yourself that you would like to change.
I want to be thinner.
Okay.
Number 1.
Good answer.
I like to have more hair.
Okay, another good answer. I can relate to this goal already. Okay.
And probably sometimes I'm very impatient.
Okay.
I like to get things done very quickly. Okay. But I think I must learn to hold sometimes my rate of doing things as opposed to others' rate of doing things.
I again can relate to that. Okay, Facebook or Instagram?
Facebook. I'm an old man.
Okay. Super Mario or Candy Crush?
Super Mario. I played that when I was a kid.
Okay, what's the strangest thing you've ever eaten?
It's king cobra in Vietnam.
Okay. I dare not even ask you how you ate it. But let's go. Any weird superstitions?
I have my favorite pillow and nobody touches it at home.
Okay. What about superstitions in when you're showing dogs, like a favorite lead or a favorite suit, or your lucky suit, or do you have any of those superstitions?
I used to have, but then not anymore. I used to have a lucky lead that I won a lot of best in show with, okay. And I had it on my Springer. I had it on my Basenji. And I had it on my toy poodle. They won a lot of best in shows with it.
That must be the toy poodle, the same lead as the.
It's a leather lead. It's very, very fine.
Okay.
It's a handmade one. So.
So do you still use it? I mean, you show dogs. You still show dogs. So do you still use it, or it's been retired?
I use it sparingly.
Okay. Okay, cool. Are you always late or always on time?
I would say I tend to be late sometimes.
Okay. So that means you're late. Okay. Climb a mountain or jump out of a plane?
Climb a mountain.
Okay. Why? Yeah. Why? Okay. Now another interesting one. Would you rather be able to speak every language in the world or be able to talk to animals?
I'll be able to talk to animals anytime.
Because there's Google Translate for everything else. Okay. What is the thing that you're most afraid of besides your wife? No, that's a good joke.
Actually, I'm not afraid of her.
I know. That's a lie.
The thing I'm most afraid of, actually, darkness.
Okay. Just general darkness or
Fear of the unknown. Fear of the unknown.
okay. That's a good one. Talking of fear of the unknown. I mean, I'm doing this interview currently when most of the world is going through this pandemic with coronavirus. Singapore is under some form of a lockdown that you guys call circuit breaker. Can you just very briefly tell us roughly like what are the conditions in terms of are you allowed to go out? If you're allowed, how far you're allowed to go out? What's the reasons? Those sort of things that you can go out. And how long it's been going on for, and how long more you've got left.
Okay, we are now in we've already completed a month. We still got a month to go. Our circuit breaker is until the 1st of June. From next week onwards, they are relaxing some of the measures. Some of the businesses will be allowed to reoperate back. But throughout the whole circuit breaker, we are still allowed to go out alone, just to go out to get our food supplies, cooking needs once a week. When we go to supermarket, we have to depend on our last digit of our IC number. If it is an even number, you go on an even day. If it's an odd number, you go on an odd day.
Okay, this is basically to help keeping crowds down, I suppose. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Actually, the community spread is very little. Although we have currently, as of today, about 14,000 cases. But our number of deaths, I think it's very low.
Okay.
Yeah, very low.
And during this time of lockdown, circuit breaker, whatever you want to call it, what is one thing that you've learned about yourself that you didn't know before?
I can actually get into a routine.
Okay. Okay.
So it's waking up at a specific time, getting the kids to do their homework, and then cooking, exercising, doing my work.
Are you cooking, or are you just like inspecting the cooking, or are you cooking?
And more like eating what's been cooked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Can you name 2 dogs in your current breed that is not owned by you that you admire the most? As you've got a few breeds, you can name one of each if you want to make it more interesting.
Not owned by me.
Yeah, not owned by you.
That I currently have.
No, I mean, like, say one of the breeds that you currently have, that a dog that is not owned by you or connected to you. I mean, meaning not bred by you as well, that you admire, that you think is
right.
a beautiful dog.
Okay, the first one that comes to my mind is I was at Philippine Circuit in this 1 year, and Fifi, the Doberman. She won 12 best in shows that year. She took my breath away.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's one dog. Another dog would be the Havanese that's shown by Taffy McFadden.
Okay. Yeah, most of us know that one. The one that was reserved best in show at Westminster last year. Is that right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Excellent. Do you have a nickname that your parents used to call you?
Yes. Apin.
Apit? Okay.
Apin. Because before 12 years old, my name was not Chua Ming Kok.
Okay. Now you can elaborate.
Yeah. Before 12 years old, my name was called Chua Lipin.
Okay.
And I was telling my father that sounds too girly a name. Eh, you know, a lot of girls in Chinese girls have Li Ping, or Li, so and then my dad decides to change my name at 12 into what you currently know me as.
So you can actually, it's legally changed. It's legally changed.
It's legally changed. It's legally changed.
Wow. So your friends that knew you before the age of 12 knew you by another name.
Yes.
Do they
So
still
my family members still call me my old name. Yeah.
Wow, you see, that's something about you that I didn't even know. Whoa. So, okay, talking of school then, at school, were you a nerd or a dude?
It depends on which, where in school. So after JC, of course, I was a dude.
Okay.
But before that, it was I was studying and playing with, books, reading books all the time.
Oh dear, I hope they were dog books. Okay, 3 things that you take with you if you're stuck on a desert island.
Mobile phone allowed.
Yes? You think? Whether you get
first mobile phone to stay connected with the world.
Okay.
Bottle of water.
Okay.
But to wash my bum if I shit, not to drink.
We're on an island. You're surrounded by sea.
No, you said desert. You said desert.
Well, okay, desert island meaning, not in the desert, but desert island somewhere.
Okay.
A deserted island. Okay. All right. So second thing, your bottle of water, and third.
A photo of my family.
Photo of your family. What about taking your family? Okay, all right. I'm not even gonna go there. Okay. And what's one superpower you'd like to have and why?
Superpower. Be able to fly like Superman.
Okay.
When Superman came out when we were kids, what we will do is tie the towel around our back and do this.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just moving on because it's just bringing back some sort of memories as well. Okay. Who was your biggest winning dog? Name and who bred it?
His name is Seven. It's a toy poodle. His show name is Smash JP Vocalist.
Okay.
So,
why is he your biggest winning dog?
Every show that he went to, he won a Best in Show in Singapore.
How many Best in Shows did he win?
So he won the year that he was campaign throughout the whole year, every show.
Okay. And that was how many? I know in Asia we've had many shows in.
During that time, there wasn't a lot of shows, so I guess it would be about a total of. In total, I know he won 12 Best in Shows in Singapore.
Okay, excellent. And he was a smash dog. So obviously, he was bred by Toshi.
Yeah, he was bred by Toshi. So he was a Yukonuba World Challenge finalist.
Okay.
He won in Thailand Impact Show as well.
Did he go to Orlando or
yes, he won. He won the breed in Orlando as well.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
Do you snore?
Yes, I do.
Okay. If you could travel back in time, what period of time would you travel back to and why?
1960s.
1960s. Why?
Yeah, I would like to experience how my father felt that time.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. Good. That's a really cool thing. Favorite TV channel?
Channel 8, which is the Chinese channel in Singapore, but we don't watch it anymore. Everything is on YouTube.
Okay.
So it's more YouTube.
Okay. What is your biggest pet peeve with exhibitors when you're judging dogs? What's the thing that annoys you the most?
I was an exhibitor myself. So to me, what is most important is the communication between the handler and the dog.
Okay.
So the handler must feel the dog.
Okay.
So my biggest pet peeve is, when handlers pull and choke on their dog and they try to drag the dog along with them.
Yeah.
Uh, I just get angry inside when I see that.
Fair enough, and I share your sentiments on that.
Yeah.
What's your favorite binge or junk food? Please don't tell me bubble tea. Besides bubble tea, then.
I think a lot of people who knows me well will knows this. McDonald's.
McDonald's.
Yeah, you see, I eat McDonald's every country I go.
And they're closed now. How are you coping? McDonald's is closed. They've been closed for the last 10 days or more.
I'm dying. I'm dying. My kids love them as well. So they have to have McDonald's every Friday for dinner.
Okay.
They have to have.
And what do you have from McDonald's? What's your favorite at McDonald's?
The quarter pounder.
Okay. I used to love the chicken nuggets until I watched the documentary on how they make them. No more. Okay. Apple or Android?
Apple, of course.
Country and Western or classical?
Classical.
Indoor or outdoor shows?
You're talking about Asia or the whole world?
Just generally, do you prefer indoor shows or outdoor shows?
Outdoor.
Outdoor. And what's your favorite outdoor venue?
I was judging in Estonia.
Okay.
And they have their shows in the middle of this forest with the very tall trees.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've been to that show.
Yeah, I have. So we had like lots of bees that were trying to sting us, so we couldn't put anything down because there was bees.
No, I hadn't had it when I was there. But it is the feeling, when you step into that place, you just feel totally relaxed.
Yeah, it's like an enchanted forest.
Yes.
Absolutely. No, I know that. Okay, Harry Potter. Are you a Harry Potter fan?
No, my son is.
Okay, so what I will ask on behalf of him then, his favorite character?
Harry Potter himself.
Okay, there you go. Okay, one person who always cheers you up.
Cheers me up. I would say John Hugo.
Okay. What chore do you hate doing most?
What? Sorry,
chore?
Again?
What chore do you hate the most?
Washing the dishes.
Dishwasher.
What? Well, now, can I ask you the same question?
No, I'm doing the interview, not you. But if you want to ask what's my worst chore, is actually ironing clothes. So there you go.
Okay.
Bruce Lee or Jackie Chan?
Bruce Lee.
Okay, good man. Sci-fi, comedy, action, or romance?
Comedy.
Comedy. What would be a close second?
Sci-fi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Online dog shows, yes or no?
It depends on what position I'm coming from now. After managing the Kennel Club, I would say a yes for online dog shows because we need to think of activities that we need to do for members. Okay. We need to, dog shows are social gatherings. Correct. And how to keep them engaged. And I would think online dog shows is also a platform where there can be continual learning, which is very important in our sport. Yeah. So I would say definitely a yes.
Okay, and say as an exhibitor, put your exhibitor cap on now. Are you someone that would be interested in participating in online dog shows?
I would. If I'm an exhibitor, I would. Because I think online dog shows are not judged by. Currently they're not judged by breeders. They can be judged by very famous exhibitors. Yeah. Or breeders. Yeah. It's good to get their opinions as well.
Yeah. So, without turning this into an interview about me, I personally feel, I've judged 2 so far, and I agree with you that it tends to be a social thing, and I don't have any opinion against them. I'm actually quite, as a technology sort of person, I'm quite impressed at how it's moved along. 20 years ago, when I entered a first online show, it was just photographs. The latest one I judged was with videos. They had videos of dogs moving.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it was quite interesting.
Okay.
Okay. Do you believe in fate?
I believe in karma.
You believe in karma. Okay. Okay. Would you rather cuddle a baby panda or a baby penguin?
A baby panda.
Baby panda. The cinema or Netflix?
Cinema. I
Cinema.
go to cinema. I go to the movies before the lockdown every week at least once.
Okay.
Yeah.
You like the big screen. You like
Yeah. I mean, if those who are my close friends, they know that's one way how I relax. And that's my
yeah.
avenue of relaxation.
It's an important way. Okay. What in one sentence would you like to see in your obituary about your time in the dog world? What would one sentence you'd like to see people say about you as a dog person?
Man's best friend.
Man's best friend. Okay. Okay. And just another question aside, having taken on the role now as the president, what are your thoughts going forward once lockdown or circuit breaker is over? How do you see things changing as far as let's talk about it in two things. One, as far as shows, that's be the most obvious one, is future dog shows, and secondly, how SKC is going to do business as usual. What's business as usual going to look like for the SKC moving forward?
I think there are people who wants to get their dog back. We will be introducing a lot more side activities first.
Okay.
Seminars and I want to introduce a lot of learning into the whole community, as well as to create a more a scene where people can come together, lesser politics. People enjoy it as a fun activity, as a social activity all together. Everybody is seen as equal. And then there's a mentorship system that the old helps the new.
Okay.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah. So we slowly begin with those activities first.
Obviously, also because they can be done in smaller numbers. It's something that you can conduct in smaller numbers. Okay.
Yes.
And and what about what's business as usual going to look like for SKC, for the office itself, and how things are going to run post this pandemic?
So we've moved a lot of things online.
Okay.
So things can still be registered online. Everything could still be done online. Okay. We'll be taking on moving more towards the social media kind of stuff, keeping members engaged, rather than members waiting 1 month or 2 months before they can meet again for the shows.
Okay. And roughly for you guys, is there any indication when you can start to have shows and mass gatherings, or is it still all up in the air at the moment?
It's still all up in the air. When we finish the lockdown, it's not going to be, I remember you post a video where all the chickens come running out. It's definitely not going to be like that. They're going to slowly reintroduce in reverse orders what they have locked down previously. Okay. So congregated activities, I believe, would not be until, if we are lucky, August or September.
Okay.
But then again, we also have to depend on travel restrictions. Okay. Where are judges coming from?
Yeah.
That is a very important part.
Of course, yeah.
If we don't have judges, we can't have shows.
Yeah, I mean the good thing is that you guys do have some local judges to at least have to continue having some shows for now. But it's when and things like that being allowed. All right, Ming Kok, thank you so much for your time. This has been fun for me. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope
I've
our
enjoyed it very much.
too. So thank you again, and take care, stay safe.
Yeah.
I'll see you on the other side.
Okay.
Take care. Bye, Ming Kok.